Okay, 3.5 cups of flour and 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.25 cup of water. You might have to add a couple tablespoons more, and between 1/4 and 1/3 of a cup of starter. There's a secret to doing the starter, and I never get that right. A secret as far as when to use it. I never get it right. I'm gonna have to look that up tonight. So you just add in the water and and there's the first one I did. That's why the bowl's a mess. Water and starter into the flour and salt. Mix it up. And then the dough should get, I think it's ragged is what they call it. There, you see it start making, sorry. So at this point is when I dive in with my hands. So I'm going to keep videoing, so I'm only going to use one hand. So that'll be interesting. Should feel soft and wet-ish right now. But there's a lot of flour. It still has to soak up. So jump in and just start. The only thing I'm trying to do is get the flour to get soaked up. I'm not trying to mix. I'm not trying to get any. Not trying to knead it or anything. I just want it to absorb the flour. And it should feel kind of sticky like that at this point, because there's still a lot of flour to soak up, so it's not going to keep feeling that way. And then I'm just mushing it together. Mush. And I normally am using 2 hands to do this, so this is kind of weird, but it's working. So I'm pressing it pretty hard into the bottom of the bowl to get that flour soaked up. You can do this on a, I used to do it on a big cutting board. I used to do it on the counter, but I like my bowl. It's just an excuse to use it. Okay, so it's less sticky now. You see, but it's still sticky. And I still need it to pick up that flour on the bottom of the bowl. So sometimes I'll pick up the flour and stick it inside. Fold it over, mush it kind of hard to expose all the sticky areas so you can get that flour mushed in. This is the hardest part, honestly, getting all the flour in. Okay, so now it's starting to come together. It's starting, you can see it's going to make a ball, and so the part on my fingers is still really sticky. Sorry, but I haven't been able to wash it, get the stuff off because I can't use my other hand. So, okay, you can see that most of the flour is in the ball, and there's a little bit still right there. I'm going to just mush it in, technical terms. Mushing, and every time I mush it, it feels dry, but then but I'm exposing more surface area, I guess. Anyway, so okay, so what does it feel like right now? You can see it'll still hold fingerprints. This one's much softer than the other one. I think maybe I didn't use as much flour. I'll show you the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in a bowl that is really lightly. I put a spray of Pam in the very bottom of the bowl. This might need more flour. We'll find out tomorrow. And then I mushed it around. I used a paper towel to spread the Pam around. So this one, well, you can't really tell. This one's a little bit more firm, but it doesn't really matter. So now I'm going to cover them with plastic wrap. And because my house is cold at night, I'm going to put them in the oven with the oven light on. Just the oven light on for a couple of hours. And I'll turn the oven light off because it can get really hot in there. And then in the morning, so it's going to sit for, I'm going to let it sit for 12 hours. 13 hours probably, because it's 5:30 now. And then I will turn the oven light back on for an hour or so, and then I will catch up with you tomorrow.